Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you on currently the 28th going into the 29th of November 2013. As far as our tropical outlook out here in the Western Pacific, really quite inactive. I know it looks very active here on the daily satellite update, but the biggest feature is the cold surge that is moving in from the north, and what this is going to be setting up is quite a calm weekend ahead of us as far as the weather is concerned. This high pressure that's coming in outside Siberia, just dominating. Pressure is really up there at this time. You can see here actually right around 1039 HPA, the center of the high pressure. This is just a piece of it, but it's broken off from a larger high over Siberia, which is now right around 1045 HPA. So a very dominant high. Now what happens once these start to drift down there towards the south, they interact with the tropics, which are generally lower pressures than this very potent monsoonal high. So as that cruises here towards the south, it starts to interact with some of the areas that are out here in the tropics, including a very weak LPA over Visayas and Mindanao, already starting to weaken out. But as that cold air kind of underruns some of that warmer air, we could see a few strong to severe storms flare up here, especially going into Friday evening. So that's something you want to watch out for here. Northeast monsoon also still dominating much of those areas there out towards southern Thailand and Malaysia as well. You've been seeing rainfall totals about 50 to 100 millimeters. As far as this cold surge though, like I said, the main thing setting it up is that high pressure continuing to race in from the north, supported in the upper levels by the jet stream, and you can see that troughing right in here, while the base of that is, well, where this cold surge is at this time. It's continuing to dip down there farther and farther, and as far as this goes, that's really where you're getting that gradient on the surface that's set up, and you can really see it here, at least going into Thursday, a pretty tight gradient across the Luzon Strait for those lines in the blue. Now that's at the surface. These lines in yellow, well, that is at the 500 millibar level. So let's pull up the winds for the same time period here, basically going into early Friday morning. And you can see those fairly strong winds out here. Gale force winds all across the South China Sea, and some of these areas in the orange, that's about tropical storm equivalent winds. The other thing we have been seeing throughout the day on Thursday and Friday is also those winds pouring in across the Sea of Japan, and the reason why we have been seeing sea effect snow even as far south as Kyushu throughout the day on Thursday. That's expected to continue through Friday before tapering off by Saturday as that high pressure sets in, and we can see it here. The precipitation eases off. This is by Saturday evening. A little bit of rain showers there across portions of the Philippines. You still have that tail end of that cold front continuing to linger. But as we go through the weekend, take a look at this. Nothing at all out here. A little disturbance near Guam, but it's a nice feeling to have this. So please do take some time to I'll continue to monitor the areas out here still recovering from Typhoon Haiyan. Also take some time to watch the latest update from videographer James Reynolds. He actually put out a 35-minute documentary on Typhoon Haiyan, going from the airport at Manila all the way to them leaving and getting back to Cebu after the storm system hit. And it's a really compelling footage, well documented, and really this is just, he said it was just a rough slap together job, but I think it was a really great footage and well documented. So please do go to the website and check that out. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. We are, of course, going to continue to watch the tropics, but at least at this time, thankfully, things a little bit quiet out here. We're starting to get into the winter season, so start to switch our gear to that winter weather there across much of Japan and Korea. Stay safe.